Hello and welcome to GDTV, Lionheart here with a second video for the Total War Commander series. Apologies that this has taken a few weeks to get going. I've actually got another battle for you on Rome Total War for the third installment of the Total War Commander series, uploading after this video. So it's my way of an apology for not getting one done before then. But hopefully back to every Tuesday you'll see some more Total War Commander action. If you'd like to feature in a battle against me, all you need to do is send me a PM, a private message on GameDecider. Link to my profile and GameDecider will be in the description, so definitely go check it out. It's the only way I'll be taking submissions, so if you comment or message me on YouTube, I'm afraid I won't be taking challenges that way, but only on GameDecider. So as you can see, I'm playing as the British. I've got several units of the infamous green jackets. In fact, I bought 4 of them. The rules for the battle were maximum of 4 125 rangers and 2 artillery. So I've got 4 green jackets, and then I do believe I have 6 line infantry, and then I have 2 elite units, which are both Coldstream Guard. And they're on my right flank, which I'll be using to flank with. And then I also have 2 units of cavalry, light dragoons. No, 3 units of light dragoons. I lie. Now these light dragoons can fire while on horseback, so they're quite a strong mobile firing unit. My opponent, Alexusz, I believe I've said his name right. If not, that it. His name will be in the description. So here we go. Alexusz has a regiment of horse and a cuirassiers, heavy cavalry, good for a strong charge. Is that over on the left? Over on the right he's got another regiment of horse and garde corps, elite heavy cav, and I have no cavalry on my right. His main line consists of a mix of line infantry, superior line infantry, and I believe there are some guards in there, life guard as well. So you've got the superior infantry, the flanks, but these are the units I'm going to have to worry about. The life guard, strong elite infantry. He's also got his general here. In front of that, he's also got Prussian Jaegers, which he's about to, I believe, place stakes with. Or they all are... Nope, they're normally only advancing in line when they're placing stakes, but he's just got them spread out in long lines. I would have gone for loose formation, personally myself, with them, to minimise casualties. But some of them aren't Jaegers. One of them is a light infantry unit, but the other 3 remain Prussian Jaegers. So as you can see, the battle is going on. I have managed to push back his cavalry. His regiment of horse charged in against my light dragoons, caught them off guard so they couldn't counter-charge, but they were able to fire some shots in. And I'm now flanking the cuirassiers, which will be defeated by my light cavalry. 1 unit of light dragoons remained strong and managed to suffer no casualties whatsoever. Meanwhile, I'm deploying 1 unit of my green jackets over on the right to place some stakes to prevent the cavalry charging down my right flank and causing havoc. At least that's what my plan is, my hope. Splitting up my Coldstream Guard there by the stakes, but hopefully it will be enough to push back the cavalry should they come for me. In the centre, I've pushed forward my green jackets and I've got my 24-pound artillery, 2 of them, firing away shots at the Prussian Jaegers. My green jackets able to easily push back the light infantry and now engaging the Prussian Jaegers, which are slightly outnumbered. And I'm pushing forward my line infantry to actually start firing on them as well, because his Prussian Jaegers have not been supported effectively with his line infantry, leaving them open, which is why I'm able to do such damage to them. My cavalry is now free on the left, and I will be deploying them to flank the enemy momentarily. I've decided to leave the stakes there and start pushing around in an attempt twofold to try and lure the cavalry in, because I don't like having them up on the flanks where I can't do anything with them. So I'm pushing forward with my Coldstream Guards, effectively trying to cause a flanking motion against his superior line infantry and line infantry over on the right. I'm also watching his cavalry, which is looking to charge in his regiment of horse against my right flank. And I'm pulling my Coldstream Guards into square to make sure these guys do not attack my flank. Obviously I know I'm facing line and it's a dangerous move, but I have to try and protect my flank. I can't have him flanking me, crippling me now. Meanwhile, my light dragoons are flanking this unit of line infantry, firing their shots off. The units have been caught behind and they're now going for a charge into the line infantry, and we're also charging into the life guard, who've been unable to react in time, smashing through their ranks while being hit from the front with my line infantry. The other unit of dragoons goes straight into their Prussian Jaegers. Over on the right, his cavalry has managed to go into my other unit of Coldstream Guards, which were unable to form square effectively in time. His unit of Garde Corps are going against my line infantry, which have formed square, but they will continue to charge. Squares are not as effective in Empire as they are in Napoleon, where you get the animation of the horses stopping and rearing up. These guys will continue to charge. However, I am decimating his lines over on the left, with my cavalry charging through his ranks and breaking his men. My light dragoons making short work of the line infantry when coupled with the fire by rank motions of the line infantry in the centre. His Garde Corps have made quite a bit of progress, however my men are now recovering and we're pushing the cavalry back. Heaviest losses have been taken by my Coldstream Guards, and I will most likely lose the battle on the right flank, but I've held these units here while I've claimed victory over on the left, where I have 3 strong units of line infantry. Well, 2 of them stronger, one of them a bit weakened. But still my Green Jackets are holding in there, plus I still have my artillery, which has been unable to effectively challenge. And I'm now pushing up with line infantry to support my troops in the sort of centre right. And he's now pulling back with his other troops to try and form a retreating line. Going with Scattershot there, the 24-pounders. Very powerful, very devastating. My Coldstream Guards have failed me on the right. Well, rather they've taken too much fire from the superior line infantry of the Prussians, and they are now flanking round to try and take out my other unit of Coldstream Guards. But I'm pushing up with Green Jackets and a strong unit of line infantry against the rest of his line infantry and Prussian Jaegers. They won't last too long. Excuse me. Because I am recovering from a cold while recording this, so I will sound a bit different to normal. I think it personally sounds sexier. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments. Their general's bodyguard is way over here on the right, which I'd be a bit hesitant of. And my cannon's still firing, although I probably will unlimber them and bring them up. And my general's bodyguard is being kept safely out of the way. I am now looking to try and hold the Prussians and just encircle them and flank them with sort of V-shaped formation. I'm pulling back with my line infantry to enable this, because these units here, the Prussian Jaegers, I'm not too worried about doing mass amounts of damage. Sure, they're accurate, but they don't have mass volleys. They only have a few units, and that's my final unit of Coldstream Guards. Weren't effective as an elite unit as such in terms of firepower, but they did hold their ground. They were good, strong defensive units, and they played their part. So I'm not too worried about the fact that I didn't get to sort of eliminate or annihilate many line infantry units with them. They were able to do their job fine. They had the strong morale, strong defense, and they were able to hold that right flank on their own for a considerable amount of time. So job well done there. Moving up now with the rest of my line infantry and Green Jackets, they are just going to be sniping off any of the enemy now that pull back. And as you can see, I'm pushing up even further to try and pull these guys in. They're now pushing towards my main line. Superior line infantry is the only unit I really need to worry about as a strong unit from the Prussians. But my mass fire by rank volleys are doing rather well, whereas the superior line infantry, I believe, take in the firing drill of platoon firing. Yes, you can see it here. But he's reorganising his men before they get a chance to really fire a volley, because I'm, in fact, reorganising mine at the same time. I'm pulling forward with my artillery so I can use canister shot on their line and really just pull them apart. I brought up my general to give them a bonus and improve their morale, and my Green Jackets are working well here in conjunction with my line infantry, holding the left flank. Over on the right, I'm watching his general doesn't get too close to my men, and I'm now flanking them with line infantry and pulling in with artillery, which will be ready to fire shortly. Superior line infantry still got a decent amount of men in there, but I've got 2 units of line infantry firing against his 1 superior line infantry, and I will be able to beat that. Now here, his general's bodyguard is flanking around the rear of my army. Looks like he's got his target set on my artillery, which is fine by me because it means he's not going into the flanks of my line infantry, distracting them from bringing down the superior line infantry with their mass volleys of fire by rank. I've crippled all of his other units besides this unit of line infantry which is coming back, and now the canister shot starts firing, which makes the superior line infantry run. I form square with these units here. It's line infantry, but he is going to get one of my cannons, but that's fine. It's a casualty I can easily afford. And while he goes in to try and take my cannons out, I can now countercharge him with my own general's bodyguard. And the square will soon be giving support as well. They're caught up against my artillery. My own general's bodyguard will be able to engage shortly as well. Okay, so he should be able to fire shortly now from the square once that first rank readies itself. The rest of the units have all been pushed back now. It is just the Prussian general that remains, taking heavy losses. The square starts firing. My general reigns supreme, pushing back Alexusz' general. And there we go. Alexusz, I hope I've said that right. If not, Alex, or however you want to be called. There you go. So we had pretty even forces deployed on the battlefield. I lost about half my men, where, as you can see, Alex took far more losses and managed to kill most of them myself. So there we go. As always, I hope you've enjoyed. Please do remember to comment, rate and subscribe to GameDeciderTV, and as well, if you want to check out more videos from me, Lionheart, you can check out my own channel. Link to that will be in the description. And if you want to challenge me for next week's Total War Commander, then PM me on GameDecider. Link to that will also be in the description. But remember to check out my other video for this week's Total War Commander. That'll be number 3, and that is on Rome Total War. As always, hope you enjoyed. Comment, rate, subscribe. See you guys again soon.